Hi guys, I'm gonna go to workout now. It's my personal assistant. My personal assistant driving me. Cause I'm not fit to drive. I can drive, but I'm not fit to drive because I've gotten into so many accidents. I should make a video about all the accidents I got into. I totaled like 3 cars because I'm always in my like trapped in my mind. Like I'm just imagine like tripping acid and driving. That's how I am driving normally. Just thinking. Anyway, so I saw I posted a picture on my Facebook today. The picture comparing the universe to the brain cells, the connection of the brain cells, and the two look very pretty much identical. And I said that one is inner space, one is outer space, right? And it's interesting because I was reading about Timothy Leary, the guy who really brought LSD out to the public from the labs, right? I mean, he overdid it. And actually, I just saw a documentary on Timothy Leary. I post a link. You guys gotta check it out. That man, that guy's life is crazy, man. Like, if I call myself Z's of the mind, he's like the Arnold of the mind. Like, he's the one that really tried to open up people's minds, and the people he influenced. The stuff that he did was like how Arnold got everyone to work out. Him and Carl Sagan, they wrote to each other, and Carl Sagan said that, and the letter was like inner space versus outer space, and how they're really the same thing. How Carl Sagan is the explorer of outer space, and Timothy Leary is the explorer of inner space. See, not everyone can be astronauts, explore space, but everyone can be psychonauts. See, I don't like that word because it has such a hipster connotation, and people just sort of get turned off. But the word psychonaut is actually a pretty cool word, right? You don't have to take drugs, right? I mean, it's one way to do it, and meditation is another way to do it. And just introspection, man. Just exploring what's inside. It's like people spend all this money like going to trips and stuff, like taking trips, going to places and shit, and like when you can just, there's so much that's already inside that you can just explore. And the good thing is, like, if you go to a place, you've been there, you've done that, but the mind is like, the more you explore, the bigger it gets, and the more room there is to explore, right? So like, it's like we know more about the universe than we know about the mind and consciousness. Like, isn't that amazing? Like, every person has inside their head something that's more like complex in the universe. I'm starting to get a lot of really good conversation responses from people now on my comment section. People are engaging in conversations now, which is good. So I keep trying to encourage you guys to build the mind, build the brain and the body. Like, human beings are, what makes a human being alpha? Humans, the only weapon humans have is the fucking brain, right? We're weak, right? And the only thing we have is the brain. And the brain is like more than half the story when it comes to how alpha someone is, because the good genetics, half of what goes into a person's genetic score, or more than half, like I said, is how good your brain is, right? That's why girls are attracted to guys with talent and guys who are funny, and because those are traits of good brains. A humorous person is a creative person, a talented musician is just a direct sign of good brain, and that's a sign of good genes. So if you only build your body, you're really cutting yourself short when it comes to showing off how alpha you are. I mean, because usually girls who don't give a shit about what's on a guy's mind, how great of a mind he has, like, are usually stupid themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's about mind sex, man. Mind fucked, man. Mindgasms. Huxley, the guy who wrote Brave New World, said that an intellectual is someone who have interest in other things other than sex. Like, most people think that the orgasm is like the ultimate pleasure in life. Like they think that's the best thing they can experience, is just sex and orgasm. You know, I used to be a sex addict, and I totally understand. But ever since I started really exploring the mind, I really started to alter my consciousness. It's just like nothing can compare to the high that you get when you really have ideas and really have mind-blowing experiences, whether by reading or just thinking about shit, or taking psychedelics, meditating, having conversations, deep conversations with people. There's still like a lot of people that make stupid shit comments like, "Oh, you pretentious hipster," shit like that. The fuck kind of critique is that? Like, have something constructive to say, Like people like that are just are the people that I try to change, and they're the people that most reject my videos. I mean, the quote unquote more philosophical ones.